Hey everyone, so I wanted to make my video that Courtney Belcher assigned me on choosing joy and finding your brand. I had to admit I was a little bit uneasy about the whole topic of finding your brand because I really don't know my own brand, or I didn't until I started doing some research. And it wasn't that I didn't have a brand, it was just I didn't understand what finding your brand meant. And so this is a learning process for both of us. While doing my research, I ran upon someone that goes by the name Amanda Rose, and she had 5 really good key ways to finding your brand. And so I'm going to start with those, and then I'll go a little bit deeper into what finding your brand means, and then we'll go on to choosing joy. So the number one thing to finding your brand is defining your values. Your value is the core of who you are. It's your foundation. It's what you exist around. So for some people it's their faith, some people it's their family, some people it's their actual business or work. But what is at your core? When you look down deep inside of you, what is there? That's going to be important to finding your brand. Next is your attitude. We all know how an attitude can affect how other people look at us. If you have a negative attitude, people are going to look at you negatively. If you have a positive attitude, people are going to look at you positively. And that's usually the case for, I would say 98% of people. You have your 1 to 2% out there that if you're a positive person, they automatically don't like you. And why? It's not because they're a positive person, it's because they're a negative person. And those type of people usually tear positive people down if they're not strong enough in their positivity. So your attitude, do you lean towards empty or do you lean towards full? And what I mean by that is empty. Are you dull? Are you rude? Are you mean? How do people look at you? Are you full? Do people gravitate towards you because you have a positive attitude? That is important for your business. Your attitude affects your business. If you're a negative person, chances are people are not going to want to purchase from you. They're not going to have anything to do with your business. So having a good attitude and always checking your attitude and making sure you're good is positive. It's a good thing to always kind of know where you're at. Maybe have a friend. Be like, if I'm being out of whatever context, if I'm being rude, you remind me to stop, because you might have been talking to someone at a grocery store about Plexus and you're having a really bad day and that's shining through, and that might have been a really good person that needed Plexus, but your attitude pushed them away. So that's really important to who you are in finding your brand, is where does your attitude sit? And if it's not on the positive side, you need to work on that. Number 3 is your passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love? Work hard for your passion. Figure out what it is and go for it. I think when you're passionate about something, and we'll use our business for example, say you're doing really good for 3 months and you're really passionate about getting new customers. And for example, summer just rolled through and a lot of people had a hard time in summer getting more customers because everybody's like, I don't want to lose weight, or whatever their excuse was. So you had 3 really good months and now you've had 2 really bad months. But you kept pushing through because of your passion. You wanted more customers. That's what you were passionate about. That's what you loved. That's what you focused on. That's going to help you soar through those dark times. And I honestly think, too, that people kind of gravitate towards people that are passionate about something because they see you fired up about it and now they're fired up about it. Number 4 is your purpose. What is your purpose? And your purpose is really, I guess, revolved around your future. What do you want? What do you want to be 5 years from now? 10 years from now? Where do you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? That is finding your purpose. Be honest with yourself. I think honesty is key, especially with finding your brand, because if you're not being honest with yourself, how are you going to be honest with other people? And remember that just because that's your purpose and your focus of your future now does not mean that a week from now it has to be that way. It can always change. It's just basically your goals, your purpose, your layout for your future on a dream board, if that's what you choose to do. That's how you're going to find your purpose. And your purpose is going to guide you through your business. It's going to take you from being a silver ambassador to being an emerald ambassador. So find your purpose. That's step 4 for finding your brand. And the last step is one that she described as being fun. And I really thought that too. So it's 6 words. 6 words that describe you. So to find the 6 words, you're going to describe yourself honestly, in your own words, on paper, what you think your 6 words are. And by 6 words, I mean like what defines you. Are you faithful? Are you happy? Are you passionate? Are you full of joy? Determined? Are you angry? Negative? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's describing words about ourselves. Then you're also going to ask your friends and your family to describe you. And you can ask as many people as you want. And then the answers that are most common, those are going to be your top 6. That is who you are. That is what people see when they look at you. And so that's really important, that if your 6 words aren't all positive and, I guess, uplifting, you can work on those. Don't get discouraged by that, because that isn't set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. So always work on those. And remember that those are the 6 words that people are thinking about when they hear your name, when they hear your brand. So now that I've explained the top 5 things about finding your brand, I want to go a little bit more in depth on a few things that I got from another website called creativebrandista.com. This woman had been in multi-level marketing positions or network marketing for, I believe she said 11 years, and she always failed, and it was because she was always pushing the product, always pushing the business, and never pushing herself. And her key points were making your brand about you. Don't make your brand about Plexus. Plexus is a part of your brand, but it's not the key points. You want people to be able to follow you no matter what business you're in. If you sell Plexus today, but you sell Jamberry wraps tomorrow, you want people to be passionate enough about what you do and who you are as a person and how your brand is to want to follow you no matter where you go. Don't spam your social media pages with all about products. That's great. We want to put our products out there. We want people to know about them, but put yourself out there. You know, put things that you're afraid of about out there. People want to be able to trust you. They want to know that they can come to you. They want to know that you're being honest. And I'm not saying like put your drama on Facebook. We all know we can't stand that, but our lives aren't all perfect. I think one of the good things that's been going around right now, I noticed that Emily Roberts had posted one, and I've seen a couple other people, was the whole help sign, and it was all about how we don't all walk around with signs on us that say help. But really what we display on Facebook is that our lives are perfect, and they're not. And I know a lot of things are connected. A lot of people get depressed looking through Facebook because they see their friend from high school who's got everything together, and really they don't. But that's what they put out there. That's their brand. So you kind of want to have a good balance of being honest, but being positive. Relationship building. Your brand is going to help you relationship build. I think that's really, really important. Is making people want to have a friendship with you and having a friendship with them first before telling them all about Plexus. Generally be concerned about people. Don't just message and go, hey, I really like that picture of your son. Do you want to talk about Plexus? And I'm guilty of doing that. But I realize now how important building relationships are first, because that's the foundation of continuing to get customers. Because your first customer is going to tell another person about it, and they're going to send that person to you because they trusted you, they felt comfortable with you, and the list goes on. You know, I think that that's how it works, especially in department stores or when you go to buy a car. I had a really good experience when we bought our Edge, and the guy still sends us stuff. He sent us birthday cards, you know, and he wants to keep that relationship going. He genuinely cares about how we are. He asks about our son. And that makes me, when we go to buy another car, I want to go back there because his brand was something that I trusted, I really liked. And that was another key point she had. Consumers want to go back to stores because of the good experience. And I think that's true for a lot of people. Another key point she had